bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, pas encore, not quite yet. Moi, je m'appelle Mark. I am Mark from Coffee Break Languages, and it is my pleasure to be here today for the first of a series of live lessons, of live events, helping you take your language learning that little bit further. Now, we've had a few little technical issues tonight because it's a new system that we're using, and hopefully everything will be okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. And hopefully over the next 20 minutes or so, you are going to be learning some French because that's what it's all about. We are trying to make learning French happen in the space of a coffee break. Now, if you are watching on YouTube, then you may well be a learner of another language. And we will be doing a German, a Spanish and an Italian session just straight after this one. So stay around and we will be working through those languages a little bit later. Mais maintenant, nous parlons en français. Nous allons parler un peu de français, nous allons pratiquer notre français et surtout, je vais vous aider à améliorer votre français. Hopefully everything is smooth. I do believe we have some viewers that I can share comments on the screen. Let me see. We've got Jenna here. Jenna, thank you for joining us tonight. Je viens de terminer votre masterclass le week-end dernier. Super bon, bravo. Well done, Jenna, for finishing the masterclass. We've got Jacqueline also saying bonjour. Bonjour, Jacqueline. Vous êtes tous les bienvenus ce soir. You're all very welcome here. As I said, this is all about, in a sense, proving that it's possible to learn a language in just 20 minutes or so. I'm not suggesting that we're going to learn the entire French language in 20 minutes, no, but we're going to take our language skills a little bit further tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning, depending on where you're watching. A few more hellos, let's have a look. We've got, I'm guessing this is Anne Berry. Bonjour Anne, je suis ravi de vous écouter. Nous sommes ravis de vous accueillir ici. We've got Nick saying, j'espère que vous allez bien tous les deux. Oui, nous allons très bien. Pierre-Benoît is not quite here live, but he's joining us virtually in just a moment. Dan is watching us from Madison. Très bien. Penny's in Nice. Lucky Penny. Susie is joining us from Johannesburg in South Africa. Fantastic. Bob is joining us from Vermont in USA. Great to have you all here. We are delighted that so many of you are joining us either on Facebook or on YouTube tonight. So as I said, we're going to be doing a little bit of a learning in about 20 minutes. And in fact, what we're going to be doing is trying to identify a mystery location and doing so with the help of Pierre-Benoît and a postcard that he's received from another of our team members. And that team member is Leah, who has been traveling and has sent Pierre-Benoît a postcard. Now, if you are already a Coffee Break Club member, then you may well be familiar with this format. And if you are, then this is a little more practice on this tonight. If you're not a Coffee Break Club member, then I'll tell you a little more about that after our video. A few more hellos before we get started. We have got Atika joining us from London, Jilly from Haute-Vienne, Mustafa from Vancouver, Shefali, j'aime beaucoup Coffee Break French, merci beaucoup. We've got Ashish joining us from Bishop Stortsford. Lloyd is joining us from California. We've got Joseph in Philadelphia. I was in Philadelphia just 2 weeks ago for the first time. A lovely city. Brian is joining us from Ottawa. Monica is joining us from Norway. We've got another Philadelphian, Rhonda. Jacqueline is asking a quick side question. Is there going to be another season of Il était une fois? Hopefully. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. And Ozzy Juz is joining us from the west of France. And Chris is joining us from South Windsor in Connecticut. Okay, we're going to stop there with the hellos. Let's get on with some learning because, as I said, we're going to be joining Pierre-Benoît in just a moment. And we are going to work through one of our lessons from the Coffee Break French Club. Now, we will watch this together and then we'll talk about it. And if you've got any questions about any of the language that Pierre-Benoît explains in this video, then simply post a question in the chat and I'll answer that afterwards. But we're going to read the postcard and try to identify where Leah is writing from. And the whole idea of this is a kind of guessing game. If you think you know the answer, I would say don't write it in the chat because that might spoil it for other people as they're trying to guess. But if you're desperate to post the answer, yeah, you probably will in the chat anyway. So we are going to be starting right now, and this is a postcard. It is a postcard from Pierre-Benoît. Not from Pierre-Benoît, it's a postcard video from Pierre-Benoît. It's a postcard from Léa, and we are going to be answering the question, as-tu deviné où je suis aujourd'hui?
As-tu deviné où je suis? Bonjour! Et oui, c'est parti pour un nouvel épisode de As-tu deviné où je suis? Je m'appelle Pierre-Benoît et j'ai reçu une carte postale de Léa. C'est donc une nouvelle occasion d'apprendre et de consolider votre français. Et il y a aussi le défi, puisqu'il faut deviner l'endroit où se trouve Léa grâce aux indices dans le texte de la carte postale. Allez, on y va! Où est Léa aujourd'hui?
Salut Pierre-Benoît. Je t'écris du sud de la France où je suis en vacances. Aujourd'hui, je suis passée près de la maison de Brigitte Bardot. J'ai mangé un gâteau qui porte le nom de la ville. La jet-set mondiale aime venir ici pour faire la fête, parfois sur des yachts. Tu as trouvé où je suis? À très bientôt. Léa.
Une carte postale qui donne envie d'aller en vacances, non? Et puis, il y a quelques indices pour vous aider à deviner l'endroit où se trouve Léa. Regardons ensemble le contenu de chaque phrase. Okay, let's have a look at each sentence. See if we can find clues as to where Léa is. Oh, our first sentence. Salut Pierre-Benoît, je t'écris du sud de la France où je suis en vacances. Hi Pierre-Benoît, I'm writing to you from the verb écrire, okay? And je t'écris, I'm writing to you. You need to have the pronoun before. And te, because it's before écrire and it starts with a vowel, we have the T apostrophe. Je t'écris du sud de la France. I'm writing to you from the south of France, où je suis en vacances, where I am on holiday. Aujourd'hui, je suis passé près de la maison de Brigitte Bardot. Today, and we've got a lovely perfect here, je suis passé. We've got the verb passer, it's an ER verb, but it's using the auxiliary être. Therefore, we need to agree with the subject. The subject is je, it's Léa, therefore passé's got E acute and an extra E to show the feminine form. So, je suis passé, I passed, près de, near, la maison de Brigitte Bardot, the house of Brigitte Bardot's house. Très bien. Alors, la troisième phrase, j'ai mangé un gâteau qui porte le nom de la ville. J'ai mangé, another perfect. J'ai mangé, I ate. Literally, I have eaten. Manger, ER uses the auxiliary avoir. We don't need to agree there. There's no need to agree with the auxiliary avoir. So, j'ai mangé, you do not add another E. Un gâteau, a cake, qui porte le nom de la ville. Literally, which bears the name of the town. So, I think you would say a cake that's named after the town. Voilà. On continue? La jet-set mondiale aime venir ici pour faire la fête, parfois sur des yachts. So, la jet-set mondiale, c'est très, très anglais, jet-setters from around the world, aime venir ici, likes to come here, or they like to come here, to experience the nightlife, pour faire la fête. Parfois sur des yachts, sometimes on yachts. Très bien. Tu as trouvé où je suis? Have you found where I am? À très bientôt. See you very soon. Alors, la question se pose, où est Léa? Léa est à Saint-Tropez. Connais-tu Saint-Tropez? Do you know Saint-Tropez? As-tu déjà visité Saint-Tropez? Have you ever visited Saint-Tropez? Et voilà, c'est fini pour As-tu deviné où je suis? Merci d'avoir participé à cet épisode et à très bientôt pour un nouvel épisode, une nouvelle carte postale et un nouveau défi. À la prochaine!
Merci, Pierre-Benoît. Thank you, Pierre-Benoît, for your contribution. So that was une carte postale de Saint-Tropez. So hopefully you managed to guess the destination there. And hopefully you've learned something in that little short 5-minute video. If I can, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to try and bring it back onto the screen, the words of the postcard. Give me 1 second here.
As-tu deviné où je suis? Pour vous aider.
Okay, so we should have the words on the screen here, and we can just run through the postcard together, because what I'd like to do with this postcard is actually read it out together. So as you're reading this with me, we're practicing our pronunciation. And now that we know the destination of the postcard, or indeed where Leah is spending her holidays, we can read the content together, and we will practice our pronunciation, and then we'll get back to your comments and any questions you may have about any of the language in this postcard. Now, crucially, what I'd like you to do is also think about any words that are new to you, or any structures that are new to you too. So let's have a look. Léa says, Salut Pierre-Benoît. Let's read it together. Je t'écris du sud de la France, où je suis en vacances. So I'm writing to you from the south of France, where I am on holiday. Aujourd'hui, je suis passé près de la maison de Brigitte Bardot. So today, I went past, or I passed by, near the house of Brigitte Bardot, famous French film star. J'ai mangé un gâteau qui porte le nom de la ville. So literally, I ate a cake which carries the name of the town. La jet-set mondiale aime venir ici pour faire la fête, parfois sur des yachts. So the jet-setters, as Pierre-Benoît explained, from all around the world, like to come here to party, to faire la fête, pour faire la fête, parfois sur des yachts, sometimes on yachts. Tu as trouvé où je suis? Have you worked out where I am? Now, of course, we do indeed know where Leah is. She's in Saint-Tropez, the beautiful town in the south of France. And I do believe that some of you both got the quiz. You managed to work out where Leah was writing from. I'm just looking through the comments here. Idris said south of France, or somewhere in the south of France. Jacqueline, I think, guessed, but didn't want to say, so that's good. Well done, Jacqueline. And then you're giving a little bit more information. Like le gâteau s'appelle Tropézienne. And Purple Bouquet say, non, je ne connais pas de gâteau, but Saint-Tropez, you got that right. Oh, well done. And then Anne is saying, justement, hier, j'ai goûté ce gâteau qui s'appelle la Tropézienne. Fantastique! J'espère que cela vous a plu. I hope that you enjoyed it. And Janet said, je n'ai pas écouté de ce gâteau. That's a really interesting point there, Janet. Je n'ai pas écouté de ce gâteau. In English, we say, I haven't heard of something. In French, you'd be more likely to use the verb connaître. Je ne connais pas ce gâteau. Connaître, to know a person or to be familiar with a thing. In this case, a cake. So connaître can be used there. It's easier than saying I haven't heard of this cake. You could use a version of entendu parler. As-tu entendu parler de ce gâteau? Have you heard speak of this cake? But that's a little more complicated. So I would just use connaître. Je ne connais pas ce gâteau. Très bien. Tika Singh, cet atelier est très utile pour apprendre le passé composé. J'ai vraiment apprécié ça. Merci Marc et Pierre-Benoît. Merci à vous. Thank you to you. It's great to know that even in just a few minutes, in just 20 minutes, the time for a coffee break, you've learned something. So, and I've learned something tonight, the fact that the Tropézienne is divin, it's divine, it's a delicious cake, délicieux. So, what I would like you to do is post in the comments and let me know what you've learned. Is there one thing that you've learned, or one thing that perhaps you've reviewed a little tonight just by going through this little text together with us? So post that in the comments. And I should also mention that, as I said earlier, we are working through a little French exercise at the moment on our Coffee Break French Facebook page and our Coffee Break Languages YouTube channel. So if you're learning another language, if you're learning German, Italian or Spanish, then do stick around for our next sessions, which are starting in just 10 minutes. I think it's German next, German at 7:30 UK time. So let me know if you've learned something. Let me know if you've reviewed something. Let me know if you were reminded of something that you didn't know, or indeed if you've learned a little about Saint-Tropez, because that's what it's all about, learning just a little on a regular basis. And that is in fact exactly what our Coffee Break Club is about, because that gives you the opportunity to take video lessons like this whenever you want. It's an on-demand video library of hundreds of lessons just like the one that you've just taken. And our Coffee Break French Club, the Coffee Break Club on Coffee Break TV, is available now to access. I'll just show you what it looks like. This is our Coffee Break Club here. So there's a video about guinea pigs. But you've got a whole range of video content here. So here are the latest videos. If we click on See All, then you'll see all of the videos there that you can access as part of the club. So that's just the latest ones. And if we go back, we can of course access some of the most popular videos. If we have a look at all of the French videos and click on See All, you'll see here that there are hundreds of video lessons, some 5-minute lessons where we're doing some reading practice or some translation challenges, vocabulary tests. We've got As-tu deviné où je suis? And you can see we've got many episodes of this, like the one that you've just listened to with Pierre-Benoît. We have got what we call our discovery videos, when we're discovering something about the world. So, des pommes de terre en quarantaine, un lac sidéral, all sorts of videos there. Our SIP videos, which are study, investigation and practice, so some focusing on grammar. And then, of course, a coffee break with. So there's a coffee break with Mark and Max, and we can watch that video there. So all of this content is available as part of the Coffee Break Club. And it's available now to buy. And the good news is that this week we have a special offer on the club, and that is we're giving you a 30% discount on the cost of the club. The club costs normally $19.99 per month, or $44.99 per quarter, so for 3 months. But today you can get 30% off with the code. I'm just thinking I've not yet put this on the screen, so let me bring it onto the screen. The code is SPRING30. So just use that code to get 30% off the club. And you need to head over to coffeebreaktv.com and you can sign up for the club there and get videos like this that you can use every single day and just do a little bit of French practice every day. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Let me see. So where we're going to go to. Jacqueline saying, et maintenant j'ai besoin d'une tranche de la tropézienne. Très bonne idée. So Rhonda's asking, pourquoi on utilise être avec passé pour passé composé? Good question. Yeah. So why do we use être with the passé composé for the verb passer? When you pass, if you passed something to someone, je t'ai passé le sel. I passed you the salt. But if you went past something, je suis passé par le magasin. I went by the shop. I dropped into the shop almost. That's when is similar to aller. You went by. It's almost a verb of motion if you think of it that way. So that's why we use passer. We use être as the auxiliary verb for passer. I hope that makes sense. Jenna saying, j'ai pensé que c'était Saint-Tropez, mais le gâteau m'a trompé. So you made a little mistake there, but you thought it was going to be Saint-Tropez, but the cake tricked you. Nicole saying, I don't know French, but it sounded amazing, and I love cake. Nicole, we're around later for some Italian. Barb saying, j'étais content de comprendre ce qui était écrit. J'apprends le français depuis seulement 1 an. Merci. Très bien, Barb. Bravo. Well done. So you've only been learning for a year, but you were able to understand what was written. So more practice of this is perfect. Susie saying, merci Mark et Pierre-Benoît. Joanna thanking us also. Colum saying, I'd forgotten en vacances had an S on the end. Great. Jacqueline saying, j'adore Max. We'll make sure we tell Max. Nicole saying, I love the SIP videos and the postcards. Great stuff. Dan saying he's working through en route. Hope there's another one soon. So do we. And there we go. So, as I said there, on coffeebreaktv.com, head to coffeebreaktv.com, and there you'll be able to get all of the content of our club for with 30% off a monthly and a quarterly subscription for your first month or for your first quarter. Let me just share quickly what the club entails. And the one other thing I should mention is that your access to the club doesn't only include French. It actually includes French, German, Spanish and Italian for one price of $19.99 or $44.99 for the month or the quarterly payment. And of course, there's 30% off this week with our Spring 30 coupon. Let's have a look at what the club entails.
Hola a todos.
Halli, hallo.
Salut tout le monde.
Ciao.
Moi, c'est Max.
Soy Annabelle.
I'm Francesca. My name is Olivera, and today we'll be doing some translations together.
I'm Mark, and today we're doing some reading with Francesca.
Today we have another video de vocabulario.
And today we have another postcard to read together.
Today's topic is how to say my, your, his, and her in French.
In this video, I have a grammar point for you, and it's the near future.
Our text today is about a Kartoffelquarantäne, so a potato quarantine.
The Coffee Break Club is based around 3 simple questions. What do you want to learn today? Perhaps you want to review your French grammar or learn about German culture. Then, which kind of activity would you like? A reading text, some listening practice, or a factual video? And the final question is, how long is your coffee break? Whether you want a quick 5-minute cultural text or a longer review of grammar, there's something for you in our library of learning content on the Coffee Break Club. And we're adding new videos all the time. Join the Coffee Break Club on Coffee Break TV. Visit coffeebreaktv.com today.
So we are indeed adding new videos all the time. There's just time for a couple of additional questions here. Penny is saying faire la fête is nightlife. Not quite, it's partying. Quand on fait la fête, we have a party. On fait la fête, faire la fête. And Bob's saying, quand vous discutez seulement une carte postale, c'est une opportunité pour apprendre facilement et vitement. So when you discuss just one postcard, it's an opportunity to learn something easily and quickly. And that is exactly what the Coffee Break Club is all about. So if you would like to take advantage of our special offer this week and get 30% off your first month or your first quarter, accessing the club and getting this access to hundreds of videos in our on-demand platform. You can watch it on the web, you can use our app, the Coffee Break TV app, and learn on the go. Then head to coffeebreaktv.com and sign up now. I'm going to leave you there because in 3 minutes we've got another live starting for German. So for now, merci beaucoup. I hope you've learned something today and I hope you've enjoyed this. Merci et à la prochaine. Salut!